Hey TPG Mania Fan Club, we are excited to be sitting here with Zack, Leland, and Gary from The Perfect Gentleman. How are you guys?
We are wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Alright, let's start with Gary. How did Zack come to be in the band?
Well, Zach and I used to play music together, and during the recording process, we wanted to do some piano, and Zach happened to know how to play piano. So he recorded some of the record with us, and we're very good friends. We hang out all the time. It kind of just made sense for him to be in the band because we're together so much, and we share such a strong bond for love of music and each other.
That's awesome. Now, each one of you guys, what does it mean to be a perfect gentleman?
You started.
Take it away, Gary.
What does it mean to be the perfect gentleman? To me, it means putting people before yourself at all costs. And Zach?
Putting me before yourself? Is that what you meant? Perfect gentleman, I don't know. Probably just being nice to people. Like, no one's nice anymore.
Yeah, it's
Everyone's
true.
kind of mean. Like, don't be mean, guys. That's mean. What about you?
Chivalry.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaks behind. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Right?
SAT word.
It is a city one.
Do you guys consider yourselves to be perfect gentlemen?
I think there's irony behind it because nobody is perfect out there.
Yeah.
So
Except me.
we try to be the best we can. We are definitely gentlemen, but as far as being perfect, I don't think anyone's very perfect.
No, I mean, we try as hard as we can.
We definitely do.
As much as we can.
As much as
When
we
it's
can.
convenient for us. But
Alright, who writes your lyrics for the songs?
We all do it together.
We all do, yeah.
Definitely.
Together?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. How did you guys enjoy the recording process?
That was absolutely incredible. We recorded at Soundwave Studios with Tom Stratton. We were playing a contest and we happened to come in first place, and they gave us recording time in the main room. It was really cool. He was a very cool producer, very down to earth. We were on the same page the entire time. How'd you enjoy it, Zach?
I enjoyed playing piano. I wrote all the piano parts. I wrote in studio. Like, they showed me what they had, and I took like a few hours in like a separate room, secluded, and wrote it all. So like I enjoyed that, and there was so much food around the studio. It was
Yeah,
great.
there was food
So
everywhere.
much food everywhere.
Oh, everybody loves food.
Yeah, I do enjoy food. But you, Leland, you hated it?
I loved it.
All right.
I loved it. I never really recorded in the studio before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I've done like recording at like houses and stuff. But, yeah.
Do you guys have any new music videos coming out? And if so, when?
Yes, we do. We are halfway through making our next music video, and we're not
It's a
sure.
secret song.
It's a secret song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the next single, though.
Yeah, it's the next single.
My favorite song on the record.
Mine too.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
I know which one it is. That's awesome. What would you guys like to happen in the future?
Well,
Yeah.
What had happened was
what had happened was, in the future, we want to, or at least I'll speak for myself here. I want to just travel the world, and I love like playing shows and like having kids come up and like just talk to us. Like I'll be at home, like say it's 2:00 in the morning or something, and then I'm on Facebook and like fans will just message me and they'll send me like say their homework to proofread, or talk to me about their problems, or like how they traveled 3 days to get the Bamboozle to see us last year because we're their favorite band or something like that. So I like being an influence and impacting people's lives.
That's awesome. Zach?
yeah, it's mostly the traveling thing. Like that's all I want to do is travel and play music. Like, there's not really much else to life, I think. Like, not yet anyway. Like that's about it. Are you calling me right now? Is that your number?
No, that's not me.
All right.
You don't have my number saved?
No, I don't have your number.
That hurts, man.
Alright, some band problems now. Leland?
I've always wanted to go on the road. It's kind
Yeah?
of always excited me. I've always loved music. Just always what's kind of driven me.
What age did you guys start playing music? Like, when did you realize it was your passion?
Well, I started really young. All my friends started before I did, and a couple of my best friends started playing guitar when we were as young as like first grade. Like, I was the only one who wasn't playing an instrument, so I had them try and teach me. Like we'd have like sleepovers and play the guitar. And I remember one time I was asking them how to like learn Stacy's Mom. And they got so frustrated with me, and they were like, "You just quit now! Like, don't ever touch the guitar again. You can't do it." And that actually influenced me a lot to pick up the guitar and definitely do it.
Spite?
Yes.
That's awesome.
So very young age.
No, I started in first grade with piano lessons and I hated it, and I absolutely refused to practice, and I didn't want to do it at all. And then when I was like 13, 14, I decided that I wanted to learn how to play guitar, and I started with that, and then I did that, and then I learned how to play. I started with violin, but I never really finished it, and I couldn't do it at all. And then I started with vocal lessons at 15, and I did that for a few years. But same thing happened with me. My very first vocal teacher, after the first lesson, she's like, "You play guitar too, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, you should probably like maybe stick with that maybe," because like I was not very good, but I showed her.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
You definitely did. I listen to your CD all the time.
Thank you.
And I'm like, I love it. I absolutely do.
Thank you.
Leland?
I started playing piano in first grade. Wasn't a fan. Yeah, was not a fan. And dropped it, and then got my first guitar when I was 8, and just kind of fiddled with it. But I didn't really get serious until I was about 13 or 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you just copy my story?
No,
Yes.
that's actually.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I was actually
Couldn't come up
surprised
with
you
something on
said
your own?
He didn't get the memo.
Yeah, you
He's
didn't.
late.
It's fine.
What's your favorite part about being on stage? Because everybody has that favorite thing they love.
Honestly, I'll speak. I think I could speak for everyone here. Is that like when you're on stage, you kind of just black out. Like when you get off, you don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Like you don't. I don't.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't remember
A lot of
anything
the
about
times.
being on stage. Like I'll look back, I'll remember like maybe a few seconds of each time.
So,
It's like because it's like just so like adrenaline and like just like you're done. Like
Yeah, no, one thing I love is when we start like handing stuff out and then like all the other kids like need it, like everything that we're giving out. It's so hard to say no to them,
Yeah.
Like I can't like I'll like like hold this up just because I have to like throw stuff to every single person. So try and be fair.
when you guys sell out a show and then you get on stage, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you look at all those people?
Whoa, yeah.
I think I look back to like the first few shows that I played like with my first bands when I was like 14. In a room smaller than this, and it's a small room. You guys can't see.
Okay.
And like to like 10 people. It's like I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so here we are.
Yeah.
That's about it.
So you guys have played at a couple schools,
Mhm.
and why do you guys do that?
I mean, that's who
Well,
listens to our music.
Yeah.
We've been invited to a couple of schools, and one we did an assembly. It was very inspirational. We pretty much just talked to kids like about reaching their goals and success and respect. And keep in mind, these kids, this was like preschool, all the way up to 8th grade. So it really crosses the spectrum of our fan base. And every time we go there, we make tons of new fans.
Mhm.
We are able to directly connect with them as well. I like my favorite part of going there actually is like how they don't listen to their teachers at all.
Yeah.
Well, they will go wild, and then the
Wild, yeah,
teachers
it's
have
insane.
no control. But like
Not at all.
the second we say sit back down, they're like,
Go back into class.
yeah.
That's awesome. I remember the last one. The girls went crazy. They all loved you. How do you guys feel about the upcoming contest? You guys made it to round 2. You excited?
Oh my, yeah, absolutely.
Pumped.
I think everyone else should probably just not show up that day because we're gonna win, and there's no chance for anybody else.
Confidence is awesome.
No one at all, right?
No one at all.
Leland, how did you come to be in the band?
I met Matt while I was working in a restaurant, and he needed another guitar player, and I felt I was up to the challenge. And I started hanging out with him and started playing music. Actually, originally it was like, it didn't have much to do with the Perfect Gentleman. It was more just us like hanging out and writing music together. And then I went to a few of the practices and I started learning the music, and I was lucky enough to join them at the break contest last year when we went to Bamboozle. So that was definitely a lot of fun. But that's pretty much how I started getting
I
involved.
just want to add to that story also. I remember, before I knew Leland, Matt was like, this is it, like he's our guitarist, he's so good and all this stuff. But then he came to see us perform, and it was the worst show we have ever played.
the worst.
Like it was so bad, and he still wanted to do it. Like I was shocked. And now here we are today.
He just called you dumb. That's what he just said.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not true.